Namaste, beautiful yogis. This is one tough PlanksGiving planks workout. Very little yoga involved. We're gonna work mostly on planks, core strength, core stability. Let's bring the hands over the heart and come to the front end of our mats. Feet pointing directly forward. Pull the belly in. Create a connection with your core. You can close your eyes and begin to deepen the connection with your core strength. Inhale your hands over your head. Exhale, straight back. Dive down to the floor. Inhale, look ahead of you and step back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe into your hamstrings. Soften your heels towards the floor. You can shake your head. Relax your neck. Look between your hands. Step your feet between your hands. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, look ahead of you. And let's inhale the hands all the way to standing. Reach over your head. Hands over the third eye. Hands over the heart. Big breath in. Lift and open. Exhale, dive down. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, look ahead of you, hands on the floor, stepping into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck the tailbone under. Back to chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep your back wide. Spread the fingers wide open, pull your belly in, lift the tailbone high. Look between your hands, step your feet at the front of your mat. Forward bend, inhale, come all the way up to standing with a flat back. Hands over the third eye, hands over the heart. One more time, inhale, reach over your head, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, look ahead of you. Hands on the floor, stepping into plank. Belly in, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back to chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drawing the navel in, lifting the hips as high as possible. Elongating the back of the legs. Elbows facing each other, the inner elbows facing each other. Look between your hands and let's step the feet between the hands. Exhale, folding forward. Bring your hands over to your left ankle and to your right ankle. And let's bend the left knee, open your right arm up, twisting through the midsection. Look up. Extend the right hand up and over the head. Change sides, bending the right knee, twist. The hands are reaching away from each other. Reach up and over the head towards the front of your room. Hands on the floor. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Hands over the third eye, hands over the heart. Alright, we're gonna get started with our plank sequence. Grab your dumbbells. If you are using dumbbells, you can do this without dumbbells. You can look at the description below for a quick summary. We're gonna do the burpees to shoulder overhead press. 10 of them. I'm doing the push-up on the dumbbells. I'm using 8-pound dumbbells here. You can use 1 pound, 16 pounds, whatever your level of strength is. Come up in a strong squat, lower down, flat back, jumping back, plank, push-up. Exhale as you do your overhead shoulder press. And of course, you can do this without any added weight. You can just come up in a squat, reach over your head and lower down. Make sure to keep your back straight. Great. Done with the 10 reps. Next, we're gonna do side plank, knee to elbow, crunch, 10. And let's get started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're gonna switch knees, opposite knee to elbow, 10 of those. Keep your hips lifted. Great. We're gonna change sides. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And changing legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And over to the next exercise. Reverse plank leg lifts. This one is a killer. On the forearms, we're gonna lift the legs alternating 10 times, so 5 on each leg. Keep your hips as lifted as you can. This is key and also very, very difficult. We're working on the entire back side of the body, back strength. And for the next 10, we're gonna do them from the hands instead of from the elbows. 10 more leg lifts. Trying to keep the hips and the body lifted. Activate your hamstrings, glutes, lower back. Great. Prepare for the next exercise. We're gonna do side plank jumps. So most of the weight is on your right hand. And we're gonna jump the feet forward and back. The left hand is on the floor as well. So it's a halfway looking plank, but it's really side plank because we're putting the weight onto the right hand. 10 of those and changing sides. This is really gonna target your obliques. You're gonna feel it in your obliques. Left hand on the floor, right hand for support on the floor. I'm not sure what to call those because I came up with them as far as I know, so I'm not sure how to call them. For now, they're gonna be side plank jumps. Great. Next one, we're gonna do elevated knee tucks, elevated feet knee tucks. So grab a chair. If you don't have a chair, you can do this from the floor. Plank and bring your knees alternating into your chest. Ten on each side, so 20 all together. And done. And forward bend in between. The exercises, let's prepare for the next one, which is gonna be plank rows, triceps rows. So grab your dumbbells. You can do this without dumbbells or even with water bottles. And let's stay in plank and do triceps plank rows. 10. Try to keep your hips steady if you can. The next 10 is gonna be triceps extensions. 10, 5 on each side, alternating. Again in plank. These can be killers. This can get to be very difficult. So continue breathing, press into your heels, pull the belly in, and focus on form. As you extend your elbow, try to keep your elbow lifted and contract the triceps. Great. Resting, prepare for the next exercise. Come into plank and we're gonna go for leg lifts. 20. Spread your fingers open, open the chest, keep your shoulders over your wrists, and press your heels straight up, really contracting the glutes and the hamstrings. Keep your belly in. Rest. You can rest in child's pose, giving your shoulders a well-deserved break. And the next is gonna be one-legged leg lifts from the elbows, 10 on each side. This time we're not alternating, we are staying on one side and then changing sides. Focus on form. Next, knee tucks, 10 from your elbows. You're gonna bring the left knee into the left shoulder. Really contracting the obliques. Take a little break and prepare for the opposite side. Leg lifts to knee tucks from the elbows. 10. Breathe. The gaze is slightly in front of you. Draw the belly in. Knee tucks. Right knee to right shoulder, right elbow. Try to keep your knee lifted. Bringing it high. And take a break once you're done. Relax your shoulders. We're halfway through. Come into all fours and give your wrists a stretch. Top of the hand on the floor, fingers pointing back at you. Sit back. Great, grab your dumbbells. Let's get going again with burpees to overhead shoulder press. 10. Squat, lift, press up, lower down, squat, plank, push up, and so forth. 10 times, 10 of those. Try to keep your form. You can slow down, but make sure your belly is pulled in. You are keeping the connection with your core. Your push-ups are strong. You can do them from your knees. Your squats are strong. Your shoulder presses are strong. Keep your back straight. As you lower down, do not round your back. The squat can be with the feet hip-width apart or the feet wide, however you choose to do it. I'm alternating. Almost there. Breathe. And pull strength from your core. Great. And let's move on to the next exercise, side plank knee tucks. Right hand, right elbow on the floor. This time I'm touching my heel with my hand. You can use this variation. Keep your hips lifted and move with integrity. Change sides. Hips lifted, shoulder over the elbow. Tap the bottom of your foot, the sole of your foot. Keep your belly in and release. Quick break. Prepare for the next exercise. Reverse killer side plank leg lifts from the hands. 10. Bringing the knee in. Keep your booty lifted here. Forward bend when you're done. Seated forward bend. And 10 more. Try to lift your body as you bring your knee in. And release. Cross-legged forward bend. Just so that you can reset. And let's continue. Next exercise. Plank. Side plank, plank jumps. Right hand on the floor. Most of the weight is on the right hand. and into the right oblique, using the right side of the core oblique. Then over to the opposite side, coming onto the side, onto the edge of the left foot and jumping back and forth. Bringing the knees into the triceps. Awesome. Stretch the shoulders, stretch the obliques. And without wasting too much time, let's get to the next one. Elevated feet planks with knee tucks. Alternating 20. Belly in. Breathe. Move with integrity. The chest is open, shoulders over the wrists. Pull the belly in. Rest. Extended puppy pose or child's pose for a quick second. And next, elbow plank leg lifts. We're just gonna do one-sided leg lift, 20. Lifting the right leg, lifting the heel high. Rest for a second in child's pose and prepare for the opposite side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take a break. We're done. So here you can sit and bring your heels by your hips. Either sit or you can recline back. Reclining hero pose. Stretching the quadriceps, stretching the hip flexors. Keep your knees down and hip width apart or closer. Don't open your knees. Come up onto your elbows. Feel free to make any of the stretches longer. I'm just keeping it at 25 minutes, the workout. So I'm moving into the next stretch, which is a supine twist. Open the right hand on the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest and across from your body. Look towards your hand, slowly coming out of this, changing sides. Left shoulder on the floor, left knee across from the body. Look over to your left. And you can grab the back of your knees and rock back and forth, massaging your spine. Rock all the way up to seated. Heels on the floor. Bring your hands behind you on your mat and bring your forehead to the mat for this chiropractic adjustment that we've been working on in some of the previous classes. Coming out of this and lower down onto your back. If your neck is fine and you're familiar with plow, go ahead. Go into plow pose. Bring your legs up and over your head You can interlace your fingers and you can bring the top of your feet on the floor if your feet are touching the floor. Otherwise, keep your hands on your lower back. Soften your throat. This works on your thyroid and on your fifth chakra. It addresses any stagnation we have with speech, or the lack of speech when we hold our words back, when we have something to say and we don't say it. Let's bring the knees over to the right together and walk the knees, walk your feet over to your left. Same plow, don't jerk your neck and don't look around. Don't look at the screen. Take your time and come out of plow pose, slowly lowering your legs down. And you can either take Shavasana or a cross-legged seated pose for a quick meditation, focusing on the breath. Have a beautiful day. Have an awesome Thanksgiving. Namaste.